Hi everybody. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Monkey Paw is here too.
Hello.
Let me play around with the audio for a second. The first nighttime stage. Did you ever finish this game, honey? So, did you ever get to the roof? Yeah. Eventually you start, like the last world is you on the roof of the house.
No, I've never gotten really past the pool.
Oh, how
That's
embarrassing.
all I did, really.
When will you make the 3D video for analyzing Earthbound? Oh, whoa. I just realized my mic's like super far away. There. I probably sound a bit better now. Sorry about that. I'm working on the 3D video. I just haven't had time in a little bit to work on it the last few weeks, but I do have quite a bit of it written. Those videos are a bit grueling to edit though, and I have another video I'm doing before I do that. There's like one or maybe two videos I want to do before I release the 3D video, but I'm working on it.
He has a family now.
I have a family now. I'm out of the game. Oh, look at that. You have a tiny little ornament. Monkey Paw is putting ornaments on our Christmas tree. We got some extra ones today from a relative that gave them to us, and now we're putting more on.
Shout out Grandma if you're listening.
Thank you, Grandma. Die. Not you, Grandma. It's Crazy Dave. We all go a little Crazy Dave sometimes. Get the repeater there. Alright, cool. We are all set up. And I think, man, bucket. I guess we'll throw you down. And hopefully you'll be ready to go by the time he gets to you. Because I doubt you're going to survive. Oh, never mind. Maybe we'll be totally fine, actually. We are. We're so back. Hello, so back department. I'd like to file a claim. You know, one of my favorite plants in this game, I'm just remembering now, is I don't know what it actually is supposed to be, but the one where it'll eat the tombstones and just give you money. So you're grave robbing. What's my favorite monkey species? The golden snub-nosed monkey. No one's ever expected me to have an answer to it, but that's my answer. Did you know that the red streak on the Buckethead's bucket is actually paint? Some believe it's blood, but no, it's paint. I'm sure because they had to maintain their E rating because you can't have blood in an E-rated game. Yeah, for those who don't know, golden snub-nosed monkeys, they only live in this one area of China, particularly are heavily populated around this one temple, and what they do is it's like a Buddhist temple or something, and what they do is they just steal food from tourists, and they hold it, or no, they steal like belongings from tourists and hold it ransom for food, which is hilarious and awesome. I genuinely can't believe there's an official Earthbound reference in the FNAF movie of all things. I mean, it's not really an Earthbound reference. It's more of a game theory reference, honestly. Because, I mean, it's much more about that than it is the actual game. But I guess inadvertently, like half inadvertently, I suppose, Mario is the phone guy. Oh, there you go. Have you guys ever seen that old video, the phone call prank, where the guy is calling Nintendo? And he's pretending to be a kid's dad, and he's like, "Can you please talk to my son as Mario?" And the guy, this incredibly old man who works at Nintendo for not enough money, is on the phone just going, "Oh, it's me, Mario. Mario loves you very much." It's adorable. But, I mean, I guess it's somewhat adorable because he is manipulating the guy. Did you hear that Nintendo at one point confirmed that in Mario 64, Peach has two castles, one of her paintings and one for her one for her paintings and one for her furniture? When did they confirm that? I'm very curious of that, actually, because that's funny. One for her paintings and one for her furniture. Is that just their way of hand-waving away why there's no furniture in the Mario 64 Peach Castle? See, I would make a poll right now for who's the best Canadian since you all are arguing about it, but you're all just gonna vote for yourselves. Put Justin Bieber on it. Justin Bieber is the best Canadian. Will Oddity come out in winter 2024? Probably not. We haven't heard anything from Oddity in years, but maybe they're just taking that Earthbound USA approach where they're just not going to say anything until they have like a ton of progress done on it or just ready to announce an actual release date at that point. I'm not gonna make the poll anyway if you just admitted you're going to rig it, Michael. Manuel says he'd vote for the guy who created Total Drama Island. Okay, never mind. We're definitely not making this poll now.
Who did they say Santa Claus is from North Pole? He's from up there.
Are we gonna count? Okay, chat. Chat, here's the poll. Is Santa Claus Canadian? Well, are the Canadians claiming Santa Claus? And if so, why? Santa is Canadian. He has an address here in Canada. His postal code is ho ho ho. All right, I'll take your word for it. Santa is Turkish. I guess the Turkish own Santa. I wish I was in the Earthbound community in 2010s. I want to know what it was like then. I mean, it was cool, but I mean, it was mostly forum based. It was mostly internet forums, because like most of it was hubbed at starman.net until Earthbound Central opened, which I think is down now. I haven't checked in months, but I mean, last time I checked back in like August or something, it was still down. And Tomato keeps saying he's going to get it fixed, but it just nothing comes of it. So I don't know. I doubt anything's going to come of that. Guys, we can let the Santa thing go. It's okay. We don't need to. Who else will we ask if they are Canadian or not? I mean, yeah, the Earthbound Beginnings announcement was definitely a big shock. There were some people in the community who were given a tip that was happening, though. It was more surprising when Earthbound was announced to be re-released on the Wii U than Earthbound Beginnings was, because the second Earthbound had been re-released, that opened the possibility of the other two coming and making it actually possible, which is why it was less surprising, but it was still a very happy moment. I saw an interview, I think it may have been done with Earthbound or Mother Forever or something, where Chugga Conroy said that he was told by an insider at Nintendo about Earthbound Beginnings release the day before it was announced. Honey, the zombies are ruining me.
No, I still actually.
Don't play games. That's actually a good idea. That'll help avoid that problem, huh? Then I won't even need to think about which games to play. Whoa, that got crazy at the end. Alright, cool.
You don't need a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I don't need a YouTube channel either. My main in Smash, my current main, I play a lot of Young Link. For a long time I played Lucas, but I kind of switched between Lucas and Young Link, and I also kind of second Captain Falcon. Monkey, we should play Smash sometime. I'll demolish you. See, that's what that doesn't make me want to play with you, Mikey. That doesn't exactly sound like fun. I have played the Mario RPG remake a lot. In fact, I finished it the first day it came out. Well, I didn't finish it, but I finished it within 24 hours. I got all the way up to the final area the first day it came out, and then I finished it the next morning because Monkey Paul wanted to go to bed.
Because he has a wife.
But I wanted to play Mario RPG, and I finished the post-game content of Mario RPG a couple days ago, maybe on Wednesday or something like that. There's a bunch of RPGs I gotta still finish that I started a while back. I'm like 5 hours into SMT3, and I need to continue that at some point, but I just know that when I pick it up, I have to grind to continue because I'm stuck on Matador, who just destroys you. So I'm trying to... Eventually, I'll find the time to just put that down, but I don't know. Recently, especially, I just haven't had time for games where it's just grind heavy. Alright, sorry. I don't remember the first full LPs I finished. The first LP of Chugga's I watched, actually, was Mario RPG. That's how I found his channel. When I was a kid, I was really, really into Mario RPG, and I was just looking it up, and he had his videos titled appropriately and very smartly at the time, because he was just calling them like Mario RPG Episode 1, which made them like the most searchable videos ever for a game like that a lot of people were searching for, because it was kind of a mystique for a while, because it seems, even though it was successful, it was kind of an oddball in the Mario RPGs, so a lot of people never got around to it. Oh, Mario RPG was your most anticipated game? I don't know if I really had... I mean, it was Tears of the Kingdom. That's what it was. That was my most anticipated game this year. Next year, I want to try playing through every Paper Mario game since I never played through any of them. You don't really need to play through them after Super Paper Mario. I hear they really fall off after that. You want to try Sticker Star? All right. Well, the thing about Sticker Star is that on top of not being well designed, it's just like a really not fun game to play. It's not like the worst. I don't know if I'd say it's actually like the worst thing or whatever, but it's like it's not good and it's extremely not fun, and you're not going to want to do battles because there's no experience point system, so it's just the most boring, pointless thing ever to engage in battles even. Yeah, Sticker Star was my birthday present one year. Very disappointing. I was so excited too because I was looking forward to Paper Mario so much because I had just kind of really found out about it, and it was the first one that had come out since I got into the series. So I was really excited for it because it looked like it was going back to turn-based combat, which I preferred to the Super Paper Mario gameplay style, like kind of the action RPG thing they were going for. And then I was heavily let down. I don't think I even finished it. Should I play Mario RPG? I never finished any Mario RPG. Yeah, it's really easy and pretty short. It's if you know what you're doing, you can get through the game in like 10 hours, and if you don't, it's probably like, I don't know, 15 hours max. It's really short, and it's good. It has more of a Final Fantasy element to it, and it's still really fun. The reason I go back to Mario RPG really oftentimes isn't for like the story elements so much as it is just like, for one thing, the world's really fun to explore, but it's because the combat is actually still really fun. I know a lot of people really like Origami King though. I never played that one, so full disclosure, I don't have any experience with it to say anything suggesting its quality. I've just heard it wasn't very good. You don't like the visual style of Paper Mario games? That's the first I've ever heard someone say that. That's interesting. Super Paper Mario is actually good, to be honest. I love Super Paper Mario. I think it's a fantastic game. It's just not what people wanted out of the series at that point, which is why it was a black sheep for a while. Also, because its gameplay is completely different. But no, Super Paper Mario is a fantastic game. It's really fun. When I was a kid, I just preferred the turn-based combat because that's just what I really liked in games. But like, I still really loved Super Paper Mario. So yeah, Super Paper Mario is fantastic. Very good storytelling for a side scroller. That's something you don't see very often. My favorite visual style is the Mario and Luigi series. Yeah, makes sense. A lot of people were trying to imitate it for like a long time in games and comics and stuff. Very influential style. It's very well done because it kind of has an anime vibe without being anime. It has a very distinct identity with the way, particularly like shadows are done with it. Can Flint from Mother 3 be in the next Mario game? No. Why? Why would they do that? No, 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 no. No, no, no. Get rid of him. Okay, cool. That's a much better... Frankly, that's a much better neutralizer to that situation than the ice shroom is, which is what I know they want you to use. I remember seeing a tarantula in City Folk as a kid, and I thought my character actually died. That was the most stressful thing. I've never caught a tarantula in my time playing Animal Crossing. Monkey Paula has, which is wild because she's been playing for like 2 months and she's caught a tarantula. I've never caught a tarantula before. I've caught several scorpions though. I've seen a tarantula one time in my entire time playing that game. Smithy that likes transforming. I talked about this very briefly, the little video review I did on the second channel, but I found that the game is still just way too easy. And because even at Smithy, I beat him in a few turns and never lost a party member during that. It just doesn't feel like that can possibly be what they were intending. Because it's supposed to be kind of this grand epic finale, you know? I mean, yeah, I get it makes it more accessible to new players, but they already added an easy mode, you know? Like, they don't really need to stoop any lower in terms of difficulty than they already have. They add an easy mode to an already extraordinarily easy game. I would like a hard mode. I don't think they should take away the easy mode or anything, just add a more difficult mode. But I guess you can make an RPG, a turn-based RPG, as difficult as you want, right? It's all comes down to you deciding, like, okay, I'm just not going to fight these enemies and make myself lower level. I think something an RPG should do more is let you set your level. Like, say you're level 25, you should be allowed to reel yourself back if you want to and set yourself down to level 20, level 12 if you want to, whatever. There's a couple RPGs I've seen do that, and I really like that. What is it? You can do that in The World Ends With You, which isn't turn-based, but that's kind of like the mechanic I'm getting at. I will never stop shilling Twoey. Twoey has a lot of great mechanical elements that should be in more games, but just aren't for some reason. There's so many Mother-inspired RPGs, but there's not like any Twoey-inspired ones, which surprises me, because it's kind of, that's more of a cult game, really, at this point. The one time I found a tarantula was on day 1 of my New Horizons town. because I decided to just start up a new island and get myself my own copy because I was sharing the copy I was on with someone else at that time. So I got my own, or rather a free copy fell into my hands. So I decided to start my own island, and the first day I found tarantula, and I was trying to be careful, so I was like sneaking behind it and everything, and I accidentally chased it and it fell into a river. A 2 to 4 player mother game. I just don't feel like multiplayer turn-based games are all that fun, because like you can do it with like Tales of Symphonia and stuff like that, but I mean it's like it doesn't really make the game all that interesting. It just makes it take longer because now you need to wait for someone else to make the next move. Technically, Mario Party is a multiplayer turn-based game. I mean, yes, but you also say "I mean" at the beginning of that sentence because you know that that's not what I meant. But see, imagine that for several minutes on end without any interruption of mini games or something, because you're in a boss battle where you have to wait for your 3 other friends who don't know anything about strategic combat and turn-based RPGs to make their decision, and you just ultimately have to tell them what to do. Because that's what playing Tales of Symphonia was like with my friend back in like 6th grade. Cooperative turn-based RPGs suck and are very, very rarely done right. I can't think of one that's done right, but that's mostly because I haven't played many because they weren't fun when I tried them. Gen 3 Pokemon had a post-game mode where you and a friend would take on the battle tower together as a team doing 2v2s, and that can be pretty fun. I think that could be fun, because I mean, if you both have reached that point in the game, that kind of tells you that they have some comprehension of like how to get through a turn-based, right? So they have some competency with how to approach battles. Whatever, there's a Hypnoshroom there. I'll read the chat. Pokemon games being easy isn't inherently a bad thing. No, I don't think it is. The issue comes from them refusing to actually use the interesting mechanics that are literally programmed in. Well, that makes it complicated. And casual players don't want anything complicated. They want everything to be super easy where you don't have to think about anything, because that's what people think casual players want. They want zero. They don't want to have to think at all, which maybe a lot of casual players think they want, but that's not actually what they want, because that always results in really boring games. Let's do this. Easy games aren't bad, but games being too easy harm their replayability. Exactly. They're different things, right? A game can be easy and not be bad. There's plenty of like great like Kirby games and stuff, for example, or Animal Crossing. Just because they're easy doesn't make them not engaging, because they are designed around the strengths of their mechanics and stuff. And that's all you need, really. Smithy is the best Nintendo villain? I don't know about that. You don't really get to know much about Smithy. You don't really get to know anything about Smithy, honestly, until like really late game. You just hear about him a lot. Porky is a stronger villain for sure than Smithy. Smithy's a cool designed villain. I think he has a really cool design, even in his like, I don't know, I think he kind of just looks stupid later with some of his like kind of shape-shifted forms, but there's some of them that are cool too, like the safe and stuff are fun. What about Fawful? See, Fawful is a fun villain for sure, but the thing about Fawful is that the character depth isn't really there, you know? He's just kind of like, he's like a cartoony villain, and it's like, it makes sense, he's a cartoon. That kind of brings into question, you know, what makes a good villain, right? Because, I mean, like, I can say that about Fawful, but I think Bowser's a good villain, and he's kind of just a cartoon, you know? But there's also just been so many iterations of Bowser in comparison to Fawful, where there's only kind of 2 iterations of him from the same series. What makes Fawful work is the build-up to his eventual role as main villain. I suppose, but I mean, like, that wasn't intentional, you know? I don't think there were... Is there anywhere where it's ever been revealed that there was any intentionality behind him eventually becoming a main antagonist? He was a sidekick in Superstar Saga and said he had plans and partners in time, and then put those plans in actions Bowser's inside story. I suppose then. I don't know. Is it enough to say a character's a great villain because they said they intended on being evil? I don't know. He's a very identifiable villain, and you know, it's like sometimes that's all you need. He's a villain with a goal. He's a character for sure. It's just, I don't know. At the end of the day, he just kind of wants to take over the world, right? And it's like there's not really any more depth to that, because like even someone like Porky, you can say there's more to it because there's all this backstory to what crafted him and led him to becoming what he became, right? Fawful is just kind of like, I'm gonna be bad, and then he's like, I'm getting closer to being bad. He's like, and now I'm bad. That doesn't mean I don't like him. I think he's a really fun character for sure. For a Mario villain, when it's a lot more than the other one-offs, I don't know. How much more of that is that then? I don't know, Black. Like, Black from Super Paper Mario, I think, has a lot more going on intellectually than Fawful does. I don't know. I don't know how to place Fawful into this equation, because he's fun for sure, and he's at least an engaging villain, which I think is sometimes all you can ask for. But I mean, like, even comparatively, there's a lot more to Bowser in the first Paper Mario game than there is to Fawful in Bowser's Inside Story. But to be fair, it's been a few years since I played Bowser's Inside Story, so maybe I need to revisit it and see what all this fuss is about. Mario's the best Nintendo hero. There's more to say for that, I suppose. Simple doesn't mean not strong, you know? Triangle is the strongest shape, 3 sides. You know what I'm saying? What makes a great hero? This just leads us to 100 more questions, right? Wario is one of the few examples I can think of the term anti-hero where he is actually an anti-hero, because people really throw around that term a lot when they're really just referring to an unorthodox hero. But you love Mario? You can love Mario. If you love him so much, why don't you marry him? I don't know, sometimes that's all you need. And it's hard to find hero in the video game form because, you know, it's a player-controlled character, so there's oftentimes less room for characterization like that. But I mean, that's something that's been broken more and more as time's gone on, so... Because, you have fully fleshed out characters like Joel from Last of Us or something like that, you know, that are much more characters than just who the person designated model you are controlling. I'm not sure if I'd marry Mario, to be honest. Okay, we're getting away from the narrative a bit, aren't we? If zombies had Pokemon types, what would they be, dark or ghost types? I guess dark, because they're not ghosts, you know? Purely on a liturgical level, is that how you would say it? What does liturgical mean? Is that a word? I mean in reference to use of language is how I'm trying to define that. They would not be ghost types. That doesn't make any sense. They're not ghosts. Makes sense then, I guess. They're dead? Well, yes, but they're not ghosts. Ghost means ghost. Okay? Words have meanings. But ghosts are dead? Yes, ghosts are dead, but not all dead things are ghosts. Ghost type fits with them better. They're not intrinsically evil, but they're mindlessly want to eat. Yes, people, brains, dark. Ghost types tend to relate to the undead. Okay, tell me a ghost type who's like a zombie. Please name one for me. I can only think of one zombie Pokemon, and that's Parasect. Yes, which is a bug type. That is a win for Monkey on this argument. Houndstone, do not know what that is. I think I saw someone say Dusclops, and that is a ghost. Ostensibly a ghost. Gen 9, yeah, Pokemon's in, but all Pokemon created after Gen 5 are invalid, because I'm an old man. I don't know, if you guys are so dead set that they're ghost types and not dark types, why'd you ask me? I came really close to playing Black and White 2 again this week, but I just didn't for no reason at the last second. I think I realized I had just had too many other games I was still playing, because I just think about all the RPGs I have left unfinished as of now. I kind of dropped Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch because I'm really not into its action RPG gameplay. I find it really not fun to play. See, it's a game I had been looking forward to playing for so long. Ever since I was a kid, literally seeing it in magazines. And then I finally got it like at the beginning of this year because I saw it was like $10 or something on sale. And it's like the least fun I've ever had playing an RPG. I have trouble playing it for more than like 20 minutes before I want to stop. And it just felt like such a pain that I had to stop playing it. Here's a fun fact for all film nerds. In the movie Rear Window, the Hitchcock movie, the piano player is David Seville, who is the creator of Alvin and the Chipmunks. And nobody knows this except me, and I need to burden somebody else with this knowledge. Grammy Award winner David Seville. What else did David Seville do? He did a bunch of like gimmick music in like the 50s or whatever. Did he? I think he did like the Witch Doctor song too. These zombies are 5'11". That's not nice at all. It's true, but it's not nice. Witch Doctor is actually the reason why Alvin and Chipmunks exists at all. Well, yeah, because he just kind of found out about using whatever he was using at the time to just speed up the voices to pitch shift them. And I do think that's also David Seville. But, you know, I mean, not to speak ill of the dead, but let's do it. It's kind of a hack, you know, just kind of sped up other people's songs and then won Grammys for calling a comedy. No, David Seville is his name. It's that's the name of the guy who created Chipmunks. I don't know, maybe it's a different person from who created Witch Doctor, but David Seville's his name. I swear, or maybe it's his stage name or something. I'm not crazy here. David Seville is the stage name. Well, yeah, okay, so I'm calling him by what he goes by? Are you kidding me? You're really picking that nit, Michael. Did you guys hear that Shrek 5 officially has like a slated release date for next year, by the way? Did anyone see this? Because I feel like that was big news, in my opinion, in my tiny-brained opinion, and nobody cares. Shrek 1 and 2 are such fantastic pieces of cinema. Yeah, Shrek 5 got like, it's like officially in production as of like the past week, and nobody cares. What kind of world are we living in? An employee put it on their LinkedIn page. Is that how it leaked? Is that what it is? Or whatever. I thought it was just like announced it's in production. I'm very intrigued where it'll go, especially following how good Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was. I'm very intrigued where they're going to take that series, because if they put those same kinds of people in place, you know, it's a really good look. But I guess someone just putting on their LinkedIn page is a much softer of a confirm it's in production than it being formally announced, right? Do you think King Dedede, Luigi, and Ness is the best Nintendo team up? It's a good one. I wish you got more of them interacting with one another in Subspace. I should do a video on Subspace. I don't know how I haven't done that yet. I've mentioned it a couple times in videos, and the Lucas video I did like a year ago had quite a bit to do with it, but I haven't actually done like just a full dedicated video talking about Subspace. Maybe I could just do like a retrospective on it or something like that. But yeah, maybe I could just do a video doing a full-on retrospective of that, because that's such an amazing thing they did. It was so influential and meaningful to so many of the kids that experienced that. And I mean, people talk about how great it is all the time, but maybe I could do just kind of like a mini analysis video, like something in the style of like the Earthbound analysis series, but just kind of over the course of one video, because I don't know if I'd want to donate or dedicate a whole series to doing that. I feel like a one-off video is enough on that. I feel like a good stream could be like doing the endless mode, just because it's, oh gosh, I forgot that they're actual zombies. I forgot half the title for a second. Angry Birds Star Wars on 3DS doesn't have ads. Take that, mobile platforms. Does Angry Birds on 3DS? I don't remember that ever happening. Why did I do that? Oh man, we're gonna lose our first one here. All right, lawnmower going down. Oh. Yes. All right, cool. Maybe there's hope after all, actually. You get out of here. All right, cool. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it, guys. No, we're not. It's over. It's over. Oh gosh. Wow, that really turned around fast. Zombini sounds like a vegetable. I said that because it sounds like zucchini. And I'm so right, too. Good on you. Good on you, Monkey. You're so right about that. Look at how crazy this is. Oh, man. Oh, geez. I didn't see him. I didn't see him at all. Alright, cool. Thanks, everyone, for coming, and I'm gonna leave the poll going, but I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see you guys most likely Thursday next. Have a good night, everybody.